You know, Harvick raced 500 laps yesterday. We talked about that. This is 250 laps. You have to double your intensity. You got to get it done in a hurry here in the trucks.
This is a sprint for Kevin Harvick today.
And look at the gap in front of Shane Sieg. Kevin's got a lot of patience, but he's not going to stay there long knowing that those guys in front of Shane Sieg are driving away.
I can't tell you how hard to do what the two just did. Did you see him? He made that corner with his nose all the way up underneath the back of the 15 truck. He couldn't see where he was going. He was just trusting that the 15 truck would keep up some sort of pace. Now he's down on the inside.
Got the preferred line now right up next to the curb. Able to get by that 15. Now you see Matt Crafton trying to move Shane Sieg out of the way and take that position away once again. And up front, it is a battle for the lead. Rick Crawford and Johnny Benson.
Shane Sieg is continuing to lose some spots right side of your screen. There's Timothy Peters, the 17 truck.
Man, once it starts, Phil, it's just really, really hard to. You can see him cutting down in front of his teammate. His teammate's Kyle Busch, though, and he's not going to take too kindly to that.
And there's nowhere to hide at this racetrack.
No.
If you're off the pace at all, there is absolutely nowhere to hide.
Colin Brown's making the move on the outside. Ryan Scott in that 16.
If you start last, you can hide for a little while, and then the leaders will be right there. But he started right up front.
More contact here. It's just a matter of time for Shane Sieg, it looks like.
There's Mac Pappas, the Geico Toyota, on the inside.
Now check this out. Peters goes and Shane says, I can just cut in front of my teammate, I think. Think again, buddy.
Not.
Yeah, see, that's a situation where the spotter needs to say, hey, you've got two trucks coming. Make sure you leave room for that second truck, whether it's your teammate or not.
So again, Shane Sieg starting on the outside of row number 1 in that number 2 position. Smoke coming out of the 13, it looks like, of that fun sand, and I believe he's also got he's carrying somebody else on that truck.
Yeah, Rodney Atkins. He's got him on the hood and also on the bed of that truck, but maybe a little left front tire. Caution is out now.
It looks like oil there, Phil.
It did. He had some damage to that fender.
Yeah, he's got oil. He's got an oil leak.
Yeah. It smells like oil, that's for sure.
Have you heard that new song of Rodney Atkins, America?
I have not.
Oh,
is it good?
Yeah, real good song. You want me to sing it a little or no?
No, I don't think
Rather
so.
not. Lap 13, the first caution comes out for truck number 13 and Johnny Sauter. Here's another look at the start of this race.
Rick Crawford right on the button. Shane Sieg just doesn't go, and then it looks like he almost missed a gear.
I'd say he did, and that sort of set the tone for Shane Sieg's first 20 laps or so. He started getting hit on the start and hadn't quit getting hit yet.
Watch him stack up behind him. Ron Hornaday was going because he had started to go, and then all of a sudden looked like he missed a gear. Pretty significant contact.
Yeah, that makes me nervous about the front of that truck, but if it was overheating, we would have seen some water shooting out of the front of it, so I guess he's fine, but that's a lot of contact.
Green flag flying for pit row. That means that's open. They're doing a little work on the 13. We'll be right back. Camping World Truck Series Racing on Speed is sponsored by Camping World, the official RV and outdoor retailer of NASCAR, and by Cheez-It, the big cheese.
That Gopher's happy. Bigger. You know what? I think he's so happy because he gets to get out of that hole now. David Hill introduced him to the world, and now the Gopher's out and about, and he's got a marketing plan behind him.
He's got commercials and cartoons
plus
and all sorts of things.
If you're a Gopher,
he's almost as big as your brother now.
If you're a Gopher and you're holding Cheez-Its, what else could you have? I mean, how good? Life couldn't be any better.
Well, we stay with wildlife.
Aflac!
We go from the Gopher to the Duck. Aflac, our trivia question. How many truck races have been run on Monday?
I know, but don't say anything. We're going to give the answer later, right?
Well, you know, so I can't say anything because I don't.
You don't know how many truck races have been run on Monday. Well, if you don't stick around, obviously, we will give you the answer to that question. I'll just tell you, it hasn't been done very often. Field lining back up as we're getting ready to restart. Before that, let's head down to Adam Alexander.
And why don't we talk about Kevin Harvick, who has now got 19 laps under green on this truck, which was brand new when the weekend started. Hadn't turned a lap before practice here on Friday. He started 6th up to 4th. The report from the deuce, a little bit tight, and I can definitely see the truck behind me getting bigger and bigger. That would be Matt Crafton.
Matt Crafton used to drive for Kevin Harvick.
He did, sure did. When Kevin the first time Kevin had a full-time Truck Series team, Matt was his driver.
You know, the front end of that too looked somewhat similar to the front end of the 33. I mean, he's got some damage to the front end of his truck.
I'm telling you, he came through 3 and 4 with his nose all the way underneath the back of that 15 truck. And I don't see how, I've done this a little bit, I don't see how Harvick could see where he was going. I mean, you got to have some visual, and he didn't have it. He just was trusting the 15 was going in the right direction, and Kevin was thinking he could get there faster.
Just following Matt Crafton. He mentioned truck looking a little bit bigger in the rearview mirror. We'll be right back with more Racing on Speed. Still under caution. Our first caution of the day was Johnny Sauter that spilled a little oil on the racetrack. You can learn everything that's going on this racetrack if you want to tune in and join the speedtv.com chat with Tom Jensen. Live chat going on right now. So if you got your computer close by, speedtv.com and Tom Jensen. You can talk racing. Coming back to the green flag, it's Rick Crawford leading Johnny Benson, our defending series champion. And back to green we are in the Kroger 250.
See, Hornaday tried to make a run on Johnny Benson, but the lap truck there on the inside prevented him from doing so, but he's not going to prevent it now. He's under him off 2.
Caution back out early. It's the 6 of Colin Brown, not looking good right now.
That's a tire rub there. He's hit something on the restart, you can see.
Probably a chain reaction kind of deal here. See if we can take a look at what happened to Colin Brown and that Conway Ford.
Splitter's folded completely underneath the front tire.
Oh, wow.
He's going to get into the inside wall. I wonder if he...
I think maybe
locked the brakes up, maybe?
He might have let off and tried to get on the inside of the 5 because of the chain reaction, like you said, Phil, and he turned the wheel too hard. Wow, that thing hit hard.
Boy, it really did. And it almost hit the 5 of Mike Skinner. See if we can take a look from Tom Bodine's onboard. The wheeling on
yeah, he was going to hit, you know, it's a chain reaction, like you said. He was going to run into the back of the 5, tried to avoid the 5, and hit the darn wall.
Yeah. Here's Colin right here. You see him, he had to dive to the inside to avoid running in the back of Mike Skinner, but unfortunately, at the same time, braking extremely hard, and the thing just turned left on him.
That was unfortunate because you have to be on your toes on these restarts and understand that for the first corner or two, first time you dive into 1 and 3, anything could happen. So you got to leave yourself a little bit of room to make sure if something does go haywire, you can overcome it. He wasn't able to do that.
Second caution comes out. Colin Brown on the restart gets into the inside wall. We'll be right back.